What advice would you give aspiring entrepreneurs, somebody like yourself? They're in that job, they're kind of hating it a little bit. You know, they're driving to work. Well, they're not driving to work now, today, but in a normal world, they're driving to work and they're like, God, I hate this. And Bob's driving me nuts, or whoever their boss is. And they want to start something. They got an idea, but they're scared and they haven't done it yet. What would you tell them?
Yeah. Well, so despite everything we've talked about, you know, get the scariness of the current situation and the challenges that I went through and getting things off the ground, I wouldn't change a thing. Absolutely not. Would not change a thing. And so first, my advice would be, take a chance on yourself. You know, really, because that's really what being an entrepreneur is all about, is betting on yourself. You know, and not you know, removing all roadblocks such that if you succeed, it's because you succeeded, and if you failed, you've only got yourself to blame. I tend to be a bit of a risk taker, so certainly I would evaluate the person I was giving advice to, just to try to assess, do they have a similar level of tolerance for risk? But if I concluded they did, it's go for it. You got to take a bet on yourself. You want to be, 80 years old, looking back, thinking coulda, woulda, shoulda.
You're right.
Yeah.
I would encourage aspiring entrepreneurs that are holding back, just, do yourself a favor when the coronavirus thing clears up. Go to a senior citizen's home and walk down the hallway and visit with a couple of 80-year-old guys or 80-year-old women and say, hey, what do you regret in life? And
right.
They'll quickly tell you, I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have tried that. I should have, something like that will usually be their answer most of the time. You're right. You don't want to look back after it's too late.
Exactly.
Go for it now. Worst case scenario, it doesn't work. You go back and get another job again. I mean,
failure's okay. And in fact, to me, that's kind of part of the American spirit. Yeah. It is okay to fail. In many cases, you've heard the term fail fast. And what that means is you want to confirm yes or no very quickly, as possible, if your idea has merit. And you don't want to, if it doesn't, you want to keep beating your head against a wall. But it's also recognizing that failure is okay. And again, that's something that I think is unique about American societies. You go over to Asia and failure is not okay, but here it is. And failure, in my mind, leads to success. Pick yourself back up, try it again, try a different idea, try a different approach.
Are you one of those coaches that would say, hey, you got to be all in? You got to go all in. You can't do it part-time. What's your thoughts?
Well, you do have to go all in. And I have given that advice. I have talked to, I'll call them quasi-entrepreneurs, which is, well, I've got an idea, kind of want to do this. And my first question is, okay, that sounds great. When are you quitting your job? Well, I don't know if I want it. I'm like, yeah, you're not going to succeed. You're either all in or you're not. You need to make that choice for yourself.
Yeah, it's really hard to get it off the ground. I mean, you just work enough to save up a little side cash. Like you said, you had 6 to 9 months. I think you said right. Early on you were like, listen, I got about a 9-month window. I'm going to try like hell to get this going. We'll see what happens.
Right.
I think that's key. The Riderflex podcast features entrepreneurs, business executives, and the stories behind how they got there, as well as daily tips on career advice and job interviews. Our show can be heard just about anywhere these days, but you can visit riderflex.com and click on the podcast page to hear all the previous episodes and learn more about the recruiting and consulting services we provide. Contact us at the email address info@riderflex.com or 888-964-5876. Thanks so much for listening, and if you enjoy our show, please be sure to subscribe to our channel and like the episodes.